Hey there, friendlies. I hope that got us past the ad roll. Just put that down, put my cans on for the radio announcer look. Too bad I'm having trouble with the radio announcer sound. So, where are we tonight? We are kicking back with some friends. Still not wearing my specs. Oh, well. Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to another episode of my fantabulous live stream, where we got the beer, we got the blades, and we're going to talk maybe a little bit about the bushcraft. In the name of housekeeping, I would just like to say, if at any point, well, no, that's not what I'm going to say. If you're watching us, time shifted to tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year, thank you. I do love knowing that those eyes are on my stuff after the fact. I like seeing the comments pop up after the fact as well. I appreciate you guys enormously. For everyone else, if you at any point tonight really love what's happening, then I invite you to hit the thumbs up, otherwise known as the smiley thumb. If at any point tonight you really don't like what's going on, that's okay. The thumbs down or the frowny thumb works as well. And if you want to take a more active role in supporting the channel, as so many in the side chat already have, then I invite you to check out the join button right below the screen. There you will find 2 tiers of membership and what each tier gets you for your hard-earned cash. Now, I will say hi to those who are in the side chat already. It looks like we've got like 16 people hanging. I'm expecting to see some thumbs up or down. Russell will probably a thumbs down because he's a brat. And let's get on with it. Shall we start with the beer? So this is by Shawbridge. It's a microbrasserie. And charcuterie. So it's, I guess they also do cold cuts. This is a coffee stout. Un café comique approuvé par le clergé. This it's called the Curé Labelle. Curé Labelle is kind of a big name in Quebec history. He died in the 1890s. Born in the 1830s, so he was around for a good long time. He was a priest. He sort of played a role in founding the Canadian Pacific Railway, the premier of Quebec in, I don't remember when, or maybe it was prime minister at that point, whatever, made him a deputy minister of something. Like, he was a big name. One of his nicknames was Le Roi du Nord, which is the King of the North. So anyways, this is named after him. It's a coffee stout, and I'm looking forward to tasting it. I have never even seen this before this week. So I don't know what to expect. I do love the words coffee and stout together on one can, though. So let's give it the old pour, see what we got. Am I blowing the pour? It's hard to say whether or not I'm getting the pour right until it's up past the trees on the side of the glass. All right, we're looking all right. Whoop, I just blew it right at the end there because I turned the glass too quickly. It's okay. I'll just let it sit and calm down. I did not bring a whiskey. That's all right. Because I have tea. And tea is, as I like to say, a good drink. So, who do we have in the chat on this side? I want to say hi to everyone. Russell's there. Peanut Truckers there. Russell is a channel member, by the way, so even though he's an epic brat, still a personal hero of mine. Alex Bell in the house. Nice to see you. Saw you last night. Saw a lot of these names last night. And Russell's off the rails live stream. Nina is saying that she's pissed that she's always missing this. Hold on a sec. I'm going to pop that up on the screenage. So, as I said to some of the peeps who were at Russell's stream last night, I paid for a whiskey tasting next Tuesday, not realizing that it was like at 9 o'clock on Tuesday night. And I have a school meeting at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night, so I'm Gonna see how things go. I'll probably move this live stream to the Wednesday night at hopefully 9, but more likely 9:30, because apparently that meeting is going to be a long one. Got to go through like the financials and stuff at the school. So that is right now my plan, but I will put a post up in my community page on the YouTubes if that changes. Okay. So anyways, Nina, if it's Wednesday, maybe you can pop by for a bit. We got Grace Martin in the house. How's it going, Grace? Grace has got that little membership logo next to her name. Personal hero of mine, as is Lord Vader. What a night. Good to see you popping in, Lord Vader. Every time I see your name, I kind of like, I'm half tempted to say, so how many days until Christmas? But I think I'm going to give you, until at least May. My birthday is May the 21st, so I figured that that's a good signpost. Whatever's the first Tuesday after May 21st, Lord Vader, when's Christmas? When's it coming? I want presents. Who else we got? We got Marcus in the house. Marcus is a member, personal hero of mine. We got Foxit already in the... Isn't Colin supposed to be streaming tonight, Cliff? Don't do it, Cliff. Don't send me any more squirrel stuff. You guys... I'd like to welcome member Kristen Grounds to the side chat. How's it going, Kristen? Nice to see you. We got Jerry in the house. Everyone's saying hi. Steve Grounds. Whoops. Click. Steve Grounds. How's it going? How's it going, member? Personal hero of mine. Russell is going to thumbs down until he joins. Let me just see if he did that. Let me just see. It's not going to show me how many thumbs downs I get, eh? Oh, it doesn't show. But it's giving me the option to thumbs down my own video. What? We currently have 23 people watching and only 13 thumbs? What's up? Need some smiley thumbs, guys. It's so weird to see all these names the night after seeing all these names. Everyone's just saying hi to each other. There's Ian the Weblord. Evening all, he says. Ian is a channel member. Thanks for being a personal hero. I love it. Grace says that's okay. I thumbs down Russell videos I don't watch. Yeah, Russell. Yeah, it can be either really, really good or this can be a real stinker. So, I mean, I'm hoping for really good because it's the only beer I got. So if I have to go pour it down the drain... It'll leave me a little dry, a little parched. Should I give it a taste? Ready for some tasting notes, people? Well, it smells good. Very, very coffee-ish. Very espresso-like. Which is what you want from an espresso, from a coffee stout. Let's go. That's coffee-ish, all right. Wow. I'm half expecting to see grounds floating around in there. There's malt. But pretty much everything is kind of overpowered by the coffee. That's maybe a little too much coffee. Interesting. I'll let you know. Like, I feel like I got to steam up some milk and throw it in here. Turn it into a latte. A beer latte. That sounds disgusting. Charles Nanny, nice to see you again. I will be much more controlled tonight than I was last night. Jerry says, can we mention those people who leave the toilet roll empty and one has to do the shuffle to the shelf? Yeah, that's just cruel and unusual. Are we gonna have the are we gonna have the whole discussion about whether you roll towards the wall or away from it when you put the roll on? Let's not. Everyone's just saying hi to each other. There's Hike with Mike. Click. Come on, man. What's up with you? I am going to try not to kick myself out of my own live stream tonight by keeping my hand off this mouse as much as I can. Right now I have to sort of scroll down, but I only have one finger on the mouse right now. Everyone's just saying hi to each other. Steve says, record the whiskey tasting and play it Wednesday. I'm not, it's, I think it's a Zoom call. So many of you, most of you, but I will not say all of you, know that the vast majority of my whiskey comes from Kensington Wine Market in Calgary. In fact, this right here is a Kensington Wine Market exclusive. It's a store pick. Product of Scotland, the first editions, aged in a single cask. So this is a Mortlach. Mortlach is a Speyside, distilled in 2009. This single cask was bottled 2021, aged 11 years. From this single malt Scotch whiskey, expect... Oh, I can't look at the tasting notes because I might review this. So, Kensington Wine Market in Calgary, Alberta. I'm not going to unwrap this. I don't want to ruin it when I open it on camera. So I have no idea what the bottle looks like, but that's probably the single most important booze store in Canada on the whiskey side. Andrew, who owns the place, is so well known in the Scotch world, especially that he's actually bought into a new distillery that was opening up in, I think, Edinburgh. He gets store casks all the time. He's always in Scotland. He's a big name. And so his store does all these tastings. And whenever Peter, my fiddler, hears of a tasting that he's like, Jesse's got to be in on this, he tells me about it. And so I bought the ticket. And when he came to play the last gig we did in last month, he brought my little tasters. So it's a Zoom call. It's 9 o'clock our time because they do it at like 7 o'clock Calgary time. I've been to a couple of them, and I think it's a great time. And since I spent like $65 on it, I should probably be there for the live event. But they do record it. It's just, it's all paywalled and everything, right? Like there's a code to get in and everything. But like I'm not really on camera. It's, someone else is running the tasting. I would love to run a whiskey tasting though. Like an in-person one, 8 people. I even planned the bottles I wanted. I was planning to do this like right before COVID said, you know what, you got plans? Boom, forget about it. But yeah, I would love to run a whiskey tasting. A virtual one wouldn't be as fun. Like a place like Kensington Wine Market can do it because they can just, most of their people are in Alberta because it's a brick and mortar store. But it would be hard for me to like send all the little tasties to people, And I'm excited for some of these because Octomore, you can't see that. Octomore, okay, so that's 137 parts per million of peat, 58.3% alcohol by volume. Octomore is one of those that I bought one bottle when it was around $200 a bottle, and now there's like 300, 350, depending on the Octomore. So it's nice that I can get to taste the newer ones like this. Black Art is sort of the big daddy from that distillery, Bushcraft. It's about $650 to $670 Canadian for a bottle. So I'm never going to get to taste that outside of a context like this. So I'm a little bit excited. But I don't want to bore you guys with whiskey talk because I feel that we did a lot of that last night. And this is not a whiskey live stream. Yeah, that would be weird. Yeah, and that would be very weird. I vote yes on everything. Well, actually, I don't vote because I'm the chair. Wait, what did I miss? I just clicked on Russell's name, but just like click without realizing what I was getting myself into. Hide. Chris, sorry. It's funny. Okay, so Cliff says, yes, Colin's live tonight, but he gets my visit on Thursdays. Any more than that, and I get burnt out. Tuesdays is reserved for Beer, Blades, Bushcraft Night, and Hickory Croft Farms Gardening Channel. Are they on after me? Or do you sort of come in and out? Yeah, Russell, you're absolutely right. Really bad coffee stout does taste like an ashtray. The longer this is sitting here, the more sort of the stout notes are coming out, but it's very coffee forward. Linda, how's it going? Nice to see you. Al's here. Starting off with his usual politesse, his usual polite stuffs. Stuffs? What? Charles and Annie cannot drink coffee stout too dark. Bloody Marys this morning. Nice. I like the dark beers. I like stout. I like porter. Coffee stout. I have liked the vast majority of them. A little hit or miss in some cases though. Like I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy this one again. Not a big fan of like the imperial stouts because they tend to be a little too high octane for me. Once you get to 7% and above, I'm like, meh, no. Just taking a look. Yeah, he specified. Yeah, I know that. I don't care. He didn't have cats. I rolled, I put it towards the wall because I had cats and they could not figure out how to drag all the damn toilet paper off the roll if it was spinning that way. So that's why. Before I figured that out, I definitely did it the way the patentor did it. Rebel with an O, good evening. Here for the final tasting of the day. Nice to see you. I hope you enjoy tonight's live stream. Oh. Homie Omi's here. How's it going? Nice to see you again. Zoom tasting. Yeah. Can't wait. It's going to be fun. Oh, did Al donate memberships? Nice. I have Googled how to enable accepting, not to my own page, obviously. But there's something missing. There's something I'm not getting in the interface. Like, I think you have to click. Oh, there are new options. Add as managing moderator, add as standard moderator. I think I've got some reading to do after this. Is this CBD or PFD subject? I have no idea what that means. PFD is personal flotation device. CBD. Is that corporate boating device? I don't know what you're talking about. Now I feel silly. I must be missing something. Damn it. Al is being classy again. Click the green thumb and then accept. Yeah, I think maybe you have to be fast enough to see it in the chat window. Last time I popped into Russell's live stream, for instance, I was too late to have the gifted memberships in the chat window. It was just the things up at the top, and that must be the catalyst. Because there's nothing to click and accept when I... Racist? I love rays. Stingrays, manta rays. I'm a total racist. Dad jokes. Back and forth between the two. Always got ears open on both channels. Okay. Yeah. Cliff, what I want to do for the next growing season is I want to plant the stuff that has become stupid expensive in the stores. because I want to take some of that power back from what's his name, Sam Weston. You know, the guys in charge of Sobeys and Loblaws and all that. Well, you're American, you're not going to know the names, but the prices in the fudge. What the hell's an épicerie in English? The shopping stores, the supermarkets. I knew I'd get it eventually. The prices are stupid high, even though inflation is descending now. The prices are still really high, so I want to take some of that power back. I want to grow stuff that costs a lot and that I'm actually going to take out of the garden and eat. I'm tired of having like 30,000 cherry tomatoes, but like my leeks didn't grow or my lettuce didn't grow, but kale has overtaken the entire garden. Like I want to sort of, if I ever have time to myself, I want to plan it out that way. Stuff we're going to be eating and enjoying, not just enjoying the planting and the watering and being around the greenery in the summer, but stuff we're actually going to eat, and it's going to take some of those dollars away from the supermarket. So I don't know. Peanut Trucker's having the same problem I did. Maybe he didn't notice it while it was still in the, I don't know. Jerry is saying that you can click on the green little pill at the top, but, you know, I've been doing that on Russell's streams, and, now, what, I did read somewhere that you have to be someone who shows up at the live streams a lot, but I show up to every live stream at Russell's, and it's not working. So, Chris, maybe you have the same problem as I do. Yeah, just pops up reporter block. Yeah. Let me just take a look. Cliff says he can't plant eggs, but fruit trays can be good if you can get them to survive freezing temps. Grow herbs; they're easy and just keep growing. Yeah, we do a lot of herbs. There are some fruit trees that we can grow here. You know, pears, cherries, apples, but I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with an increased squirrel presence. The guys next door had a cherry and a pear, and they took one of them out just because there were always squirrels everywhere. And their little pears were half chewed by squirrels and then dumped in our pool. So I'm okay with them having taken out the pear tree. Just sort of buy little plastic whiskey barrels for around the house and grow in those. You can get a good yield of veggies if your soil is not perfect. Yeah. I grow my my habaneros and jalapenos and other little peppers in sort of really big plant pots. Seems to work well. I am shocked that the squirrels are trying my freaking jalapenos. Like one bite, and then obviously they don't like it, but there's a bite out of my pepper. You know? Country boy trapped in the city. How's it going? Shawnee, it's not like the overarching subject for tonight, but Cliff is sort of shuttling between between my stream and a gardening channel, sort of getting set up for next year. And I was saying that I want to get set up for next year too. Like I want to start growing all this stuff that has just become too freaking expensive at the store, whatever it's called. Oops. Oh, I clicked the wrong one because everything just sort of jumped. Sorry, Chris. Alex says, I love growing peppers. They're my favorite. Yep, I like growing peppers too. They grow well, and they're tasty. Rebel with an O's, Jack Russells are going insane with the winter squirrels. I keep thinking maybe I should get, a dog or a cat. The thing is, I don't want... I had cats my whole life. My doctor made me promise not to get any more after my two boys, my last two cats died. I do miss having cats, but I don't want to get cats and put them in my backyard. Excuse me, because I love having the birds, and there ain't no cat in existence that's gonna be like, it's okay, Daddy, I ain't gonna touch your birds, but I'm gonna go after them squirrels. Nowhere, nothing. And even dogs, like they're not necessarily gonna try to eat the birds, but like the birds will probably be less likely to go pecking and stuff on the seeds that grow that fall on the ground if there are dogs being like, hey, hey, running over, you want to be friends? And the birds are like, oh Christ. So I don't know. I'd like to get a dog though. I've had dogs in the past as well, and I kind of miss having dogs. I get two black ones and call them like Willow and Buffy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Charles grows okra, peppers, tomatoes, celery, and potatoes. I have never grown potatoes, and I haven't grown celery either. But okra. If I was going to grow okra, I could use it for a gumbo, but I'm not a big fan of okra. I don't like the texture, but it's very useful for certain things. Uh-oh, Country Boy has been fighting a respiratory plague. I hope you feel better soon. After that last time on camera, you needed out. Oh, yikes. It's funny. Hey, I'm actually caught up with the chat. How the hell did that happen? So yeah, gonna see if I can plan out the garden better this year than I did last year. Gonna see if Lipstick Lodge. Linda says beets are awesome. I have not had great results with beets or carrots or like any of the root vegetables. I think maybe my earth is too clay-like or too compacted, although I keep trying to sort of loosen it up. Or maybe my pH is off or something. Shawnee asked, how was the eye doctor? Oh, did you see that photo I put up on Facebook or something? Yeah, I took my daughter to get our eyes checked, and she still does not need glasses. My prescription has changed. I have it right here. I just haven't had time to, call to actually get some new glasses, but I want to do that really soon. I hate buying glasses because I'm a lousy judge of what suits me. So I just keep buying variants on this. Thicker, thinner, but it's always the same general style. Because I know it works for me. I've worked it into like my identity, My identity is all wrapped up in my glasses. But yeah, so it went well. She put that yellow stuff in my eyes to make my pupils go huge, and so driving home afterwards was like, wow, this is uncomfortable. And my eyes were like yellow for the rest of the... Oh, you've got wild fiddleheads. Nice. Add perlite to my soil along with some compost. Should help loosen the soil. Okay. I'm compost. Well, I compost. So I'll get some perlite. Do not push carrots into the ground. They grow kinky. Yep. Yeah, we don't want no kinky carrots around this place. No kink. Nice. I don't believe it. It's like 9:30, and I'm actually keeping up with the side chat. I call that a win. Actually, that kind of hurts. I have been shoveling so much lately that that I ache in the places where I used to play, as Leonard Cohen would say. And the snow is really heavy. Like, it's a damp, heavy-ass snow. And, one day we got like 28 centimeters. I have no idea what that would be in inches. One of you is going to have to Hey, is David Evans here? I don't think I saw his name. Poop. Oops. Poop makes the garden grow. Yes, but not necessarily human poop. Shawnee threw dried corn and seeds into your garden bed this winter every week, so the bunnies go in there and poop. Ah, nice. Very nice. I wonder if human would work if it was like from a vegan or a vegetarian. I'm not willing to do that experiment. Just want to clarify. Yeah, I know he was supposed to go buy some whiskey. Maybe he's not back yet or some damn thing. Well, I mean, he's in the same time zone as I am, so he's probably back by now. I hope he's okay. I do hope he's okay. It's really weird because I have the StreamYard window here and the YouTube window here, and in StreamYard I'm mirrored. So like this is backwards on the StreamYard screen, but on YouTube everything is the right way around, which is part of why I always have such a hard time if like Russell's up there and someone else, and like trying to point to where the membership button is. It's a nightmare. It's so hard to be me. Okay, it's so hard to live stream and be me and do a good job and be me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe Pam has him doing something. That's always a possibility as well. Absolutely. I just want to see something here. I do believe somebody just messaged me, but I'm going to ignore it. Clear all, because I'm live streaming. You can't be you can't be distracted when you're live streaming. You can't be like all unprofessional. It's, oh, somebody's texting me. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna look at my phone. You know, you got to be professional. You got to sound good. You got to work it. You got to work it. Work it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just spewing bull because Oh, right. Yeah, David does have company arriving today. I'd forgotten about that, but I thought he was going to try to hide from them, buy a whiskey, hide in the back room, and hang with us. So what I said earlier about I hope he's okay, double that. Apparently you have to hold human poop for 2 years. I'm not storing poop that long. Why are we still discussing crap? Yeah, I'm not going to... No. Especially because, I mean, I can just buy a load of sheep dung or sheep guano. No, dung. What's it called? Fertilizer? Excrement? What's the word, you know? For the crap that you throw in the garden. Oh, Shawnee likes the sound. That's good. That's good. I was getting real paranoid about my sound after last night. I am getting real tired of trying to deal with this. What I might do is, I think, if I have the time, I might take my little sound box in and see if it just needs to have all the contacts cleaned. Maybe manure. Thank you, Canadian. Maybe replace this wire, but I mean, I bought that wire special, so it should be working fine. Man on the street sending MIB2 to Davis for extraction. Yeah, where are you gonna have him dumped though? Should have him dumped at my place. He can be on screen. We can be drinking the whiskeys. Chitting and chatting at the same time. I would love to know what it is that makes this mic crack like that. Because it used to be, and I thought I had this squared away, that it was like wires crossing each other. I'm not going to touch anything. Not touch. Hey, Tim Keege's here. Popping in, dropping the class, I see. How's it going, Tim? I hope all is well. See, now that I'm getting down the glass, I'm sort of starting to think, you know what? I've had enough of this. That's not a good sign. That means I'm definitely not buying it again. Definitely not going to buy that again. Sean, are you asking me or are you asking someone else in the side chat if there's going to be a garage sale? I don't have anything to sell. I have so much stuff to sell, actually. Like, I should sell half my stuff. I'm so trapped by stuff. But it's tough to sort of... It's tough to decide what you're going to let go of, you know? Oh, I've had this since I was 4. Who cares? Well, it's easy to say who cares, and then you're putting it on a table to sell, and you're thinking, I'm just going to put that back in the box in the attic, you know? Shawnee, are you having a garage sale? You want to have a garage sale together? Long distance garage sale? You gonna sell some stuff? You gonna sell some good stuff? Sell some whiskey? Maybe that's what I should sell. Man, that would get me in a lot of trouble. You want to talk about poop? I would be in much poop. You know what I'm saying? Jerry needs a dumpster. Yeah, I don't know what it is about us. I've sort of said before that I used to be a real collector, and that now I'm real collection averse. But this is still very much the house of a collector, you know. And I keep trying to off-gas stuff. I'm down to about 45% of the books I used to have. Before I started working in publishing, I was a real avid reader, like 2 books a week kind of thing. And as soon as I started reading and writing for a living, the enjoyment really left. But when life gets too heavy and like the anxiety starts to mount, I kept all my old sci-fi books and stuff like that, because when life just gets too much, I just grab one of them off the shelf, read through it, and just escape for a while, you know. But yeah, I'd like to. And the shelf above this computer is full of camera stuff that just doesn't work, like gimbals and stuff for the cell phone and for a GoPro and all this that I backed on Kickstarter and worked for like 3 months. Like, just get rid of it. I used to have a terrific gimbal, but I sold it, which was a growing experience. But yeah, I don't know. Get rid of the stuff. I like to put up boxes for free because sales with people interaction is terrifying. Yeah, I like to like baby clothes, for instance. We had so much baby stuff, and we finally took it to like a women's shelter that's just a few streets over, because they take stuff, because you know these women end up there with young kids and don't have anything, so it's like, take all of our stuff. Canadian says, it was an interesting few weeks at work. The driver we had drove through the warehouse door last Friday. In anger or in absent-minded silliness? Ooh. Donate books to the jail. Give the camera equipment to the high school. I've tried giving stuff to schools, but the school board is real squiffy about what one can donate to schools. They thought it was open. How the... Hey Jerry, if I buy like a chainsaw from you, do you have a special price? Actually, it was a she. It doesn't really matter. Oh, it's because I said he thought it was open, even though you said they. Okay, sorry, my misreading. Gotta get them glasses fixed. Do you know that of which I speak? I'm getting real tired of this beer. I'd be straight with you. That entire sentence came out wrong. I'm getting really tired of this beer. I will be straight with you. This is not nearly what I was hoping for. At all. I had high hopes at the beginning. I was like, wow, lots of coffee, but that's okay. Now I'm just like, kind of like an ashtray, drinking an ashtray. Like licking a shag carpet. What's that from? This tastes exactly like licking a shag carpet. Oh, LA Story. Pulling a film out of the past there. Terrible disappointment that beer is. Yes, Yoda. A terrible disappointment it is. Bus drivers drive through doors. True. Racing to get out of the garage while the doors, I don't know. I haven't heard of any accidents around here recently. Maybe it's an Ontario thing. Door. I don't care. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wanted to touch back on this. So how long does it take you to hire a new driver? I'm gonna try that again. So how long does it take you to hire a new driver then? Like you put out a little annonce, but do they need to be like go through a security check? I mean, obviously they need a truck driver's license, I guess. I don't know how that works in Ontario. Like here we have class 2, class 5, like I have a class 5 driver's license. That's, personal cars, up to box trucks, I think. Like I think a motorcycle is class 2 or something. No, big trucks are class 2, motorcycle is class something else. Whatever, this is boring. But like what's the process of hiring a new driver? Like cuz I assume that you need a new driver quickie Frisco, right? Hoping to have Christy home by March 1st, latest or sooner. Could be, yeah, it'd be nice if she was home by March 1st. March 1st is my sister's birthday. You use your Sawzall to cut down trees up to, wow, that's a powerful Sawzall. Is that a battery powered? It has to be if you're talking about clearing trails. Been trying to hire 2 people for 2 months. Yeah, it's a whole different world than it was before the plague hit. Absolutely. I would not want to be trying to hire right now. 37 resumes, half don't respond. Some even apply without a license. What the hell? Why would somebody do that? 2 we hired and never showed up. After the Black Death, and I'm not saying that our current plague is anything like that, but like any kind of pandemic or that level of event has a societal change that comes with it. The Black Death essentially ended feudalism because there weren't enough peasants to go around, right, anymore. So instead of like peasants being fiefs who were, stuck on the land of their lord, these people could move around. So if this lord was not treating them well or not paying, then they'd just go and work for the next one. And so what that did was it kickstarted the process that turned into like middle class, bourgeoisie, stuff like that. It reduced the power of the nobles to the point where feudalism ended eventually. I think, COVID will, no matter what you may think of it, will probably do a number on the whole idea of like the $15 an hour minimum wage, stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to work for not great conditions anymore because they've just been through a pandemic and they know that they can survive anything. So I think it's going to be a very different world for business owners going forward. Not that different really, but Our feed mill can't find workers or drivers worth keeping. Been short staffed for a year. Yep. And our company pays half the medical dental insurance plan. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. Dental is nice too, because not all insurances do dental. I pay the upcharge at work for dental and glasses because 2 kids. But it's a big upcharge. Absolutely. But yeah, so Jerry, I hope you get a driver soon. It's got to be stressful to not have one. Tim never hires. He watches YouTube or read to learn how to do something. I'm currently fighting with a lock on my front door because I also watch YouTube or read. The door is 2 inches thick. The lock and the handle both work up to doors that are 1 3/4 thick. So I had to call it to order what's called a thick door kit. So I've been trying to install these freaking things for like 3 weeks now, and the hole in the door for the lock and everything, it's too small, so I have to recut that. So I bought one of those kits, for cutting those holes in the doors. Yeah, Jerry, I don't need a chainsaw for what I do on camera, but I don't show the stuff I need a chainsaw for because I don't have the chainsaw. A chainsaw would not see massive everyday use. I could probably get away with just renting. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, though. Lots of stuff. Hey, I didn't ask this week, and I didn't ask last week either. What are people drinking? Oh, look who's here. Squeeze me. I had to work a little harder than normal today. Here now. All is well, Squeeze me. We're all doing fabulously. We're getting along like gangbusters. We're having a crappy beer that started out as a good beer. And now it tastes like regret. It tastes like an ashtray full of regret. Oh well. If Destiny was here, she'd probably like what I just said. I'll put an M18 fuel sawzall aside with a charger and a couple of batteries in place. Next time you're in Ottawa, we'll make it happen. Cordless Milwaukee chainsaws are $400. Good to know. I got to get to Ottawa at some point. Oh, Shawnee's having a passion fruit White Claw. Excuse me, it says all is good beer. I don't know, this sounded so good. It's a coffee stout. And that's usually singing my song, but it's way too coffee-esque. And it's kind of a cloying, kind of almost a sticky taste. Oh no, Chris is out. All right, good night, mister. Have a good one. Drive safe. Lipstick solar is fixed. That's good to know. Was that expensive? What do they need to do? Excuse me. Excuse me is drinking the whiskey. Nice. What are you having? Oh, Rebel is having Dylan single grain rye. I like rye. Okay. What I just said needs a qualifier, though. I like 100% rye. Excuse me. I love the purity of 100% rye. Yeah, it's spicy as hell. It's grassy. Sometimes it's a little licoricey. A lot of American 100% ryes have this kind of like anise thing to them that I don't love, but I do like rye. And not a lot of people like rye for some reason. Homie is having the ice water. Russell, I'm going to let him bring himself in. Hold on, let me set that to that. Because I think I brought him in too early last time, and he was all like, well, I wasn't ready. Linda's having... Should I just bring him in now? Just to be a brat? Like, should I just sort of do that? Linda's having hot chocolate. 6 tooth per inch, 12-inch Milwaukee axe blades. Okay, I'll look that up a little later. Sure. Oh, homie's at work, and that's why the water. Okay. Hey.
Omar.
Whoops. I don't even like rye freaking bread. I love rye bread. What are you... Ow, man.
Ow, man.
Ow, man. Jim's here and ready. Nice to see you.
Hey,
It's
Jim.
good that you're ready.
How could he possibly be ready?
I don't know, right? He's usually driving. I'm shocked. How does that happen?
I, I don't know. Why did? Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. Why did we get on the subject? Bread?
The subject of what?
Rye bread?
Oh, because let me see. A rebel with an O is having Dylan's single grain rye. And I said that I love rye.
Oh,
And I was like, I
okay.
don't even like rye bread. And I'm like, that's because you ain't got no taste buds.
He's got rye freaking bread.
Rye freaking bread. And I love rye bread.
Yeah, let's be straight. Let's talk straight.
Straight. As straight as
Straight
bourbon.
talk.
Straight talking.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. He's home. Jim.
Weird.
But cool. Weird but cool.
Eh.
But weird. And yet cool.
Homar.
Tim is having iced coffee. I'm also having iced coffee and switching to Glenlivet 12-year-old, heading to the canvas now. Nice. Absolutely. Coffee is a nice entryway to the Glenlivet 12. Those tastes are not completely incongruous. Nice. And Tim is
So there's a
painting.
pairing. There's a coffee pairing.
Yeah, coffee works with a lot of different whiskeys, so long as they're not peated. You know? Like the whiskeys that are on the vanilla side, like a bourbon cask, no peat kind of thing.
Let's not have another Scotch whiskey
No,
night. No, I mean you can drink it, but it's not
I didn't bring a whiskey to the table.
whiskey.
I didn't bring a whiskey, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm out. I didn't buy any more.
But I even pointed you to the right to the right SAQ. LCBO. What the hell did I want you to buy? What was I pointing out? Oh, the Loch Lomond 12? No. What were we
Teeling?
talking about? The Teeling.
Oh, was that
I
it?
don't remember.
I don't have a tab open to whatever it was, so maybe it didn't happen.
Oh, it happened. I was the only one on screen who was not drunk.
Oh, you know what I should do?
What should you do?
I'm gonna pick up one of those gift memberships with the Bushcraft channel.
Sure. Hold on. Squeeze Me asks, how did you come about your channel name? Okay. Oh, there's a couple of reasons behind it. And the reason I sort of question a little bit because, you know, when you see somebody who's trying to reason out a decision, we have this idea that we weigh the pros and cons, but almost 100% of the time under the surface that we don't even necessarily know ourselves. We're probing and conning around to the decision we want to arrive at. So, Rain Dance Bushcraft. I like a rainy day, like not pouring, but like a soft rain. I always sort of, and words have a certain flavor to me, or sometimes a color, and the word rain feels kind of cool, slight breeze, misty air. That's what the word rain feels like to me. I went to film school, so Sundance was obviously, you know, everyone wants their film to be at Sundance or at Cannes, Berlin, Toronto Film Fest, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I obviously couldn't call it Sundance. And I don't know. I just like the way that the words sort of, I like the shape of it, the shape of the word when it's one capital and then a bunch of lowercase. And I like the way it sounds. It's got kind of a fresh, meadowy into sort of subalpine meadows kind of feel. My relationship with words makes no sense, apparently. Somebody once accused me of being synesthesic, but I believe you have to be tested to find stuff like that out, and I couldn't give a shift. So it's about the way the word sounds and tastes. I have occasional regrets about choosing the word bushcraft instead of outdoors. But this isn't the kind of thing that keeps me awake at night, you know? It is what it is. And it works well as three letters, RDB. RDO would be different. It wouldn't roll as well. RDB kind of rolls better, feels better on the tongue. So I hope. Oh, that's a ridiculous explanation, but that's.
Thanks. I was going to say so.
Yeah. You would not believe one of my batteries was not even hooked up. The battery cables were so long there was a magnetic field thing. The panels were mismatched. Charger was only 8 amp. Was this an expensive fix?
What the hell? Who installed that thing, Linda?
Someone who may have been taking advantage of our Linda. Yikes. Alex is saying Blue Label. Is that what you want me to open, or did you just crack a bottle of blue? Al says, I'm never drunk, just so you know, buddy. Okay. Oh, Ian just cracked open the Teeling single malt. Nice.
I can check my history. I'll do that.
Okay. Check your history.
Although,
Royal Forest stuff, yeah. Ian says, crap, I only came to see Jess dance in the rain, but the real explanation is better. Way long time ago, I was shooting a video. I was down at the canal here, and it was pouring out, and I was trying to shoot a video, and I finally just sort of ran out in front of the camera and did like a river dance thing, and said, look, I'm rain dancing. And then I never used it. I felt like it was too cheesy to actually throw into a video. I should have. I mean, it was stupid, but it would have made me giggle while I was editing. And that actually influences many of my decisions. Homie Omi is saying that, excuse me, must be Canadian. So nice. It is nice to be Canadian. Excuse me says, Jess, I think everyone has a good story behind their nicknames. A good story, actually. Excuse me, definitely is Canadian. The name behind Russell's channel is cooler than I thought it was going to be, because I had just thought that Raspberry Rock was like the name of the area where he lived. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
I thought he'd forgotten about that.
Oh, that's what we were. Okay, right.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
Mm-hmm. I found you a bottle of blue and Tweed.
Oh, that can't be right. In Tweed, of all places. I know you did this last night, but still.
I did this last night, Russell. I did this for you, because I'm a good friend that way. Doing things for you, helping. I'm here to help, especially when it comes to whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't see it now.
Yeah, Shawnee says, just was checking Tweed liquor store to see if they had blue in stock for Russell to pick up today. I also thought, Shawnee, but it seems that all of my effort was in vain. It was wasted. My efforts were wasted. I wasted time. Time is money. I wasted money on this guy. Everybody just go and thumbs down everything by Russell right now.
Oh, I forgot. Once I joined, I was supposed to give you a thumbs up. There we go. It was a thumbs down.
Oh, well, okay.
It's a 2-point swing.
Jess, I would have corrected that story, but it is hilarious. That was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, so the beer is finished. So if I do open a whiskey, well, the blue I don't really have to let sit because there are no numbers on the box. Should I have green again tonight, though? I enjoyed that green last night.
They have Blue Label CNY Year of the Rabbit.
Yeah, it's expensive, though.
No, it's $400.
Yeah. Well, all right, so just buy that. Why not?
Well, I actually got to check it and see if it's...
I also have this Amroot that I really have to bottle down. I'm going to miss it when it's gone. Because I haven't seen it in the SAQ since. Maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Al's saying, crack that blue, you snickerdoodle. Shizzle.
Snickerdoodle?
I thought a
Oh,
snickerdoodle was a kind of snack.
How about Blue Ghost?
Blue Ghost. I think with all these blue this, blue that, blue the other, it's just too different. It's too new. It's too special. It's too sparkly. Just get the basic blue.
These are a lot of things. Anyway.
Oh, Jess King says, by the way, hi, Jess. It's humorous watching and listening about whiskey when I'm still working on my coffee. Now, when this blue arrived, the thing that holds the neck in place was broken. So I just popped it back in, and I'm hoping that it sticks. Shall I read out the bottle number? Doesn't matter. It just does not matter. I would love to know. Yes, you are just a little partial to the blue. I do know that about you, Al. I have had suspicions for a long time now that you may be partial to the blue.
I don't know where you were looking last night, but I only see it in Belleville. I don't see it in Tweed.
How far is Belleville? Nah, don't answer that, because somebody might triangulate your position.
Oh, that was close. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm here to help.
I could just go Red Label.
Yeah, I could do that. Red Label is one of the worst scotches known to man. Just throwing that out there.
Well, I wouldn't know. You know what? I could buy Red Label and then pour it into the Blue Label bottle, and be like, "Yeah, Al,
Yeah.
buy me another one."
That's actually that is a spectacularly sneaky freaking idea. I want to try that green island, that island green or whatever that Al has. That sounds terrific. Come on, Blue Label, get into your box.
No.
There we go. There we go. One $314. Well, if I'd bought it here.
Oh no, I want some.
Yeah, you sure do. Good old whiskey. You're my only friend. Hey, where's Destiny? Oh! It's funny. I said, hey, where's Destiny? Bing! There she is.
Bing!
That's funny. Hold on. Excuse me, says, talking about snacks, Sean, have you made anything interesting lately for hungry people? That's an interesting little question. And there's Destiny popping in. Can someone explain to me why there's no Alexa for my car? I could have said, Alexa, live chat respond to Jess 30 minutes ago while driving. Fair enough. There's no Alexa in my house. There's no whatever the Google is. I have Siri on my phone, but we don't do the Apple Home or whatever it's called. Because, I work... Well, I'm not going to tell you what I work in, but I do work in a... Let's just say I don't trust any of those. And it's not because I wear my tinfoil hat. But I love the ease that people who really get used to, like really learn how those things work. I love the ease with which they can bring up their favorite song or like What's the song that goes na 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 na, and whatever's their system of choice can be like, oh, you mean this one, and it's the right song. And I'm like, wow, technology has gone beyond, you know.
Be entertaining for a minute.
I can do that. Only for 1 minute though. You're gonna have to be back. You know what I'm saying? Al says he'd know if you put Red Label in the blue bottle.
But you know, if I put pickle juice in,
I don't know. I'll ask him. Al, would you know if he put pickle juice in? Right, James, like, I knew Al was screaming at the screen. Rebel's asking any takers for agave. Agave? I think it's agave, right?
agave.
Yeah. What? Oh well, stop dropping stuff. Just you know, new kitchen, throwing stuff around just to make it look beat up. It's just not cool, man. I was gonna ask something about agave. Just think about snacks. Been having deer jerky. Oh, that sounds good. Making blueberry muffins tomorrow. Nice. The brownies are almost gone. I need to make snack mix going out of town this weekend. I made trail mix when I went out to camp on Russell's Acres. And I think I did a terrific job. Destiny found something that I like that I said that she likes. Hello, whiskey. You're my only friend. Did I say that?
Well, you did
I have
say
absolutely. Did I?
Yeah.
Homie's hungry. Homie. I know how that feels. I could really go for a piece of cheese. Uh-oh. Excuse me. It's like, okay, I'm hangry. Oh, yeah. I get hangry in a big way. If I get bitchy like you wouldn't believe when I've got the hungers on. Oh, man. Shawnee. Yeah? What you got? Cheese.
Cheese, right?
So good. Shawnee's making lemon chicken with a dry white wine tomorrow night. That sounds perfect. Last night I made like a shrimp with Asian noodles and bok choy thing, which was quite delicious. The sauce I made was quite spicy, but I liked it. Candy cane stuffed Oreos, just saying. What? I say what? Shawnee now wants whiskey. I support this. Alex has a sourdough rising. I like it. I have never made sourdough. I've never made bread. I've always been scared off of making bread for some silly reason. I'm a better cook than I'm a baker, no matter how you slice it, to be honest. But I've always wanted to try making a sourdough. Blue pickle juice. Excuse me says, roasted pork with trio mini whole roasted potatoes. Everything is good when put in an oven. Click and go. Yeah, that sounds good. Rebel is having the Arete Blanco. Okay, so that's a tequila or a mezcal. Oh. Those are made from the agave, right? I am highly tequila averse. Thanks to a party I was at when I used to stage manage an operetta society. And there was a party that I will regret till my dying days. Even more so because I woke up feeling horrible the next morning. But I want to find some good tequilas without throwing a whole lot of money around, and some good mezcal for doing certain cocktails with. Because there's a hole in my cocktail toolkit. I don't know what to look for. I don't know how to. Like, I want something that's better than the stuff you find at a bar with, you know, kids, little shot glass, lemon, salt. I want something that's gonna be good for like a high end cocktail for high end guys like me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Like a rum and coke.
Yeah. Rebel with an O says cheese and olives. I love cheese. I cannot eat olives. But I
Olives.
hear that olives and cheese go spectacularly together. Johnny wants to make a shot. Why don't you make a raspberry rock shot? Do you have the stuff for a raspberry rock shot, Johnny? You got to make with the Chambord, though. It's got to be the Chambord. Sourpuss is puke. Puke in a bottle. It's putrescine in a bottle. You open the bottle,
Okay.
it's putrid. I'm just trying to help, Russell. I'm just trying to help you have good taste. You know what I'm saying? Am I
I
helping?
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. You're trying to lift me out of this stupid hole that I'm in. This taste hole.
Says a guy
Tasty hole.
living in a cabin that he built, and here I am in my basement. Lemon thyme chicken with butter and white wine. Okay, good to know. I'm going to try something like that, too. Damn you guys. Destiny says that Russell is now the dangling fromage. Shawnee, I love this. You have a whole sourdough book and you haven't made one thing. I think I have edited pretty close to 12 recipe books in my life. And when I'm looking for something to make for supper one night, I never look in any of them. I've got a shift ton of recipe books sitting there with my name on them. And I never look in them. Ever. So I understand this statement. Excuse me, it's just saying I haven't eaten yet because I'm watching Russell eat his cheese. Crazy times now, but I also get bored easily. The way Russell eats it is amusing enough, so I'm still here. Fair enough, okay? So thanks, Russell, for keeping Excuse Me here based on the strength of your eating of the cheese. Rebel
It's
is
done
having...
now.
Yeah, so
You can go now.
Squeeze Me is going to go. Rebel's having grilled octopus. That sounds adventurous. Alex says I should just make bread. If you start again. If you screw it up, throw it away and try again. I'd like to know if anyone around me has a sourdough starter. My fiddle player has one, but I mean he lives in Calgary, so I'm not going to get access to that anytime soon.
You just use a bread machine like I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
You dump in your ingredients, you hit the start button, and like 2 hours later, you got bread.
Yeah. My sister has a bread maker. They love it massively. Massively. Shawnee says, don't make bread. You'll have to eat it all with butter while it's warm. Sounds like a disaster. Damn it. I can't make bread. Ron, what? I know. What? Hi, Ron.
Hi, Ron.
Cheese and apple? That works. Oh, Rebel is saying that the way he does his grilled octopus is frozen onto the pot for 20 minutes, then grill for 5 minutes. Good to know.
Are we talking about cheese stuff?
Oh, he's eating octopus. Are you going to get cheese?
No, not exactly.
Okay. Hey, Shawnee has Chambord, Cointreau, and lime cordial. She can make a raspberry rock shot. Shot? Not a shot, a shot. So, Russell, why don't you and Shawnee make raspberry rock shots? Linda has a heavy Dutch oven, a kid stove, and a Got Moose magnetic sticker. I don't know what a Got Moose magnetic sticker is, but I have a kid stove. I have the stainless one, not the titanium. I have a Dutch oven, but I want a Dutch oven that is good for bushcraft and camping, by which I mean my Dutch oven has the dome lid on it. And if you want to be baking in a campfire environment, you need the flat or the one that has the slight dip in it for throwing coals onto. So that's the kind of Dutch oven I want for my outdoor experiences, because then I will make some bread and maybe some cake and maybe some stew. But I mean, bread and cake, you want coals on top. Stew, it doesn't matter. What you got there, Russell? What you got?
I was gonna say it's like minus 15 out there.
Yes.
I saw these.
Oh, cool. Wow.
Cranberry and brie thingies.
Those look delish. So what, you throw them in the oven for like a half hour?
Something like that. Yeah, conventional oven, 400 F, 16 to 18 minutes until puffed and golden.
Man, that would not have survived 5 minutes after entering my home.
Oh,
Cranberry
well,
and brie.
I can't eat them by myself. I gotta wait till
Truth.
City Girls here.
Fair enough.
But yeah, looking forward to that. I'm not going outside again, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, so leaving work, the day job today, it was only minus 13 at that point. I timed my leaving so that I get there about 5 minutes before the bus. Because if I miss the bus out where I work, it's not like a 6 minute wait. It's like a 25 to 30 odd minute wait. And the damn bus went shoop right past me. So I stood there. And like, okay, minus 13 is not bad in a Canadian context, but standing on a desolate street waiting for a bus and like not moving a lot at minus 13 gets kind of uncomfortable pretty fast. So by the time the next bus showed up like 28 minutes later, I was grumpy about it. A little grumpy.
That happened to me once. It was the very last bus of the night too. Just like,
oh, that sucks.
And there was a bunch of us standing there, all like, "What now?"
Yeah. Did you guys see that? Yeah.
And it was cold. It was really. It was like minus 25. That was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Jim says I was laid off when I first started working, 85 or 86. All I had was a bag of flour, veg oil, ketchup, Miracle Whip, and some wild game. I made Sioux fry bread for weeks. Yeah. You can't go wrong with fry bread, or otherwise known as bannock.
It's weird having Jim actually type something like that.
Yeah, it's good having him around, though.
Jim,
this is cool.
Jim, concentrate on the road, Jim.
Like the hell with you, Russell. I'm at home.
Yep. Sioux fry bread.
Rebel's got the barbecue sardines happening. I do wish I could eat fish. Like, I feel that there's an entire world, an entire culinary experience that I just don't get because I can't eat so much fish.
I'm not big on fish, but I love sushi.
Homie says, I eat everything I can get my hands on. I'm still getting ripped because of my job. That's amazing. I love it. Ron says, what are the best hangover remedies? I will swear by watermelon. Absolutely. After one very rough morning when my wife and I still lived over in Point St. Charles, we were just across the canal from a farmer's market, the Atwater Market, if you live in Montreal. And I just woke up like, oh, wow, I cannot face life today. And she's like, I got a secret for you. We're walking over to the market and we're getting you some watermelon. I was like, yeah, okay. So we walked over and she got me some watermelon. She's like, you're eating 2 slices and don't talk to me until they're gone. And I ate the 2 slices and I felt better so much faster than I ever have before. Like, I've tried all this stuff, like big greasy breakfast, water, okay. But there's something about the watermelon that it's water and like the sugars or something that your body really needs to sort of kick back into business. But yeah, so I was very impressed, and ever since then, well, actually, I don't get completely dickered because I can't handle the hangover the next morning. But if I'm ever in that kind of situation, I was like, where's the watermelon? Lipstick's gonna make a wicked roast in that Dutch oven soon. Nice. Homie is like a thru hiker. I at one point I would have liked to have tried being like an actual thru hiker. But there are so many other things I could do at that time and still hit the forest a lot. But Homie Omi does a lot of activities, I guess. For sourdough, plan 1 week ahead. Is that to get your starter happening? Oh, look, Shawnee also said watermelon. Nice. Linda's Dutch oven is from Algonquin Outfitters. Heavy Dutch oven. Okay, and does it have the dip on the top to put the coals in? Or is it... Because I've already got one with a dome top. I don't want another one with a dome top. Yeah, but mine has a big dome on it. So, like, if I do that, like... I lose about this much room in the oven for filling it up in the Dutch oven for filling it up with stuff. And also, I don't tend to bring oven mitts to the woods. I just use a stick on the lid to get stuff off. So Grace wants a small Dutch oven, just enough for cooking for two. Yeah, that's legit. If you don't have like a family of four, a full size Dutch oven can be an epic bear to deal with, because you feel like you need to be putting more stuff in, so you end up cooking for four even if there's only two of you, and then you've got like lunches for the next week or whatever. It's like, oh my god. Excuse me, couldn't read the name of the frozen thingies on the box.
Cranberry and brie.
Yeah, but aren't they like puffs or something? They're not cranberry brie.
I don't know. I'm looking back now. You can scroll back in the in the chat. Cranberry brie. Cranberry brie. That's it.
All right.
PC cranberry and brie. I mean, try. Okay, I'm gonna do it right now.
I'm gonna see if I can find them now, though.
President's. Oops. President's Choice Cranberry and Brie. That's not what I was expecting. PC.
Jim was thinking the same thing as Al, but you guys must have like way shallower domes on yours. Maybe mine is just ridiculous. Rebel with an O says hangover remedy: black beer, raw egg, and kidney bean flour.
Jesus.
Do you mix all that into a paste and then smear it all over your aching head, or do you smear it all over your naked self?
I just remember why I don't use Bing.
Why are you using Bing?
Because it's the
default for Microsoft.
Default on my other. Yeah, and I was using it for some stupid reason.
I puff pastry bites, cranberry and brie puff pastry bites,
or Boucher Fuji's.
It's feuilleté. It's Boucher feuilleté. Russell.
Pretty sure I was right on that. You're just making that up.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely. But like, that's a Christmas treat. Christmas treat. I said, not tree. Christmas treat.
It does look like a Christmas treat. You might not be able to find it anymore.
Yeah, cranberry does tend to be Christmas oriented stuffs.
I'll let you know how it is though.
Yeah. Wow, Shawnee says Nux vomica is a medicine made for hangovers. That is good too. I don't want to ingest anything called Nux vomica because I know what that might be aimed at doing.
I think she made that up too.
Maybe. But, the Latin makes me think she knows what she's talking about. Al says, best hangover by far, get effing drunk again. No. Yeah, hair of the dog that bit you, right? Excuse me, is asking Jim what his best recipe is for that domed Dutch oven.
I don't think Al said he's never been drunk, so how would he know what the best hangover remedy is?
What he meant is he's never been sober. Squeeze Me says, does anyone go chanterelle mushroom hunting when in season? I fear the mushroom. I don't mean like picking them up at Provigo or whatever the Ontario version of Provigo is, Loblaws. I mean, like, I do not forage for mushrooms. I know what chanterelles look like, but I have this unreasonable fear that they look identical to some deadly variant of mushroom. So I never go mushroom picking.
I had a friend come over once, and he can identify chanterelles, and he found a few. We cooked them up, had them with dinner. But I wish I could identify mushrooms.
Yeah, I do too. I'm not going to read a book and use that to identify mushrooms. I want somebody who does mushroom hunting to take me and show me.
Yeah,
Because like
exactly.
sometimes the difference between a deadly poison and delicious snack is the color of the gills on the bottom, right? White versus brown
Yeah.
kind of thing. I'm like, wow, get it right, you know.
Yep. Agreed.
Oh, whoops. Fog 360 Bushcraft says, "Good evening. All my Dutch oven are used all the time on camps. So does yours have the flat top then, or do you just like? Because here's the thing: the dome. That start again. Okay, ready? Take two. The dome top is fine if you're not trying to bake or like anything where you need to put hot coals on top, right? Like if I was just making stew, then I would just bring my Dutch oven. And also, my Dutch oven does not have feet. And that's key as well. I don't really want something with feet. I feel that they can just get broken off in the car or whatever. Or, you know,
No, no, but I have a Dutch oven that has feet, and I want to cut them off.
all you need is a disc grinder, disc thing. What are they called? Cutter?
Um,
With a disc.
yeah. I can't think of it now that you said names that aren't correct.
Disc
Angle
grinder?
grinder.
Angle grinder. Thank you. Yes. Al says a Wagner or Watt or Lodge. Anything else is poo poo. If I could find like a 50-year-old Dutch oven, because nobody makes them the way they did. Lodge is pretty good. I've got a Lodge. Those things with the ridges on them for doing your chicken to get the X's, the burnt X's. I'm just messing up everything I'm trying to say right now, but I do have a Lodge piece and it's very nice, but not nice like a 50-year-old piece. Nice. My dad's got a 50-year-old cast iron pan that cooks everything by itself practically, and it's
Don't you hate
beautiful.
that?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Excuse me is saying thank you to Russell for the picture. Nuts would go great with it, sure. Al is saying, ouch. Yeah, I was kidding. It's fine. I know you've been sober at least twice. Jim says, I finished the last of my chicken of the woods mushrooms last week. Yeah, see, I envy people who can walk into the woods and be like, that's edible. That mushroom there is edible. Do not go near that one, but that one is edible. It's a kind of... I think knowledge is so cool. That sounds like after school especially. But what I mean is like whenever I see someone like who just knows that those mushrooms are good or looks at the sky and is like, it's going to rain tomorrow. Well, how do you know? Well, look at the blah. Like that kind of stuff is cool to me, and I wonder if I have any knowledge that other people think is cool. I wonder if it's just as soon as you don't know something, Russell was about to say something.
I was going to say I play the trombone. I wonder if anybody thinks that's cool.
I'm pretty sure anyone who listens to ska would think that's cool.
I can name all the notes.
Nice.
Musical notes. Yeah.
Every ska band I have ever seen has a trombone player, a sax player, and a trumpet player. Every single one. There's one that I used to see. No, they had a trombone player too. Did Madness have it? Yeah, they had a trombone player. Like it's not all marching bands, Like trombones have shown up in some pretty cool edgy music.
Thanks for that, Jess.
Look, I think that instrument, like knowing how to play an instrument, is cool and yet mundane, right? Because I play one, and whenever someone's like, "Oh, I wish I knew how to blah blah blah," I just say all it takes is agonizing effort, right? And yet that is such a gateway that is sometimes gated for so many people that if you know an instrument, that's a skill. Do you still play sometimes? You still got a trombone, right?
I have one, but I don't play it.
Stand on your deck.
If
serenade the wilderness.
Deck. No. I think if I were to spend time with an instrument, I'd grab my guitar and learn how to use it.
No, fair enough. Yeah, that's fun. It's funny because you're reminding me how Man, I used to really want to know how to play the doghouse bass. You know, the big guy.
Hmm.
And I think if I'm going to spend any time on an instrument at this point in my musical journey and in my life, I got to throw that effort into becoming better at bass guitar. I mean, I'm not bad at bass guitar. I'm the world's most okay bass player, but like if I'm going to throw like that kind of effort in, because it takes real effort to start an instrument, you know, then I just got to spend that time on practicing band stuff. So I'm not going to learn the doghouse in this lifetime. Maybe the next one.
Good luck. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah. Let you know from the other side.
Well, in our next lives, come try and find me.
Yep. I'll do that. I'll just look for the guy with the off-grid cabin.
Apparently, I'm going to be reborn in France, though. So
France. Interesting.
yeah.
Why France?
It's a long story.
Okay, so Rebel also just flips the lid. Yeah, a lot of people do. I think that the dome on mine is just bigger than most people's do. Griddle. Yes, thank you, Grace. Griddle. Griddle pan. Squeeze Me uses a small portable Weber stove with propane bottles, and it's fairly lightweight, good for short hikes. Okay, yeah, that works. Al says they're called trivets. I don't know what that's. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So next time I'm there, remind me, and I'll just take yours. I'll drop mine
So
for you.
you don't have a lid like that. Yours is just
No, it's a dome.
and
Yeah.
that's it. So they're saying put it upside down so that. Geez, can you even see that?
Yep. Put it upside down, so that I can't lift it off with a stick. So that I have to bring oven mitts with me to the woods. Simultaneously getting soot all over the kitchen Dutch oven, which would make my wife incredibly happy with me. Al says they're called trivets, geesh, but I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, I know what a trivet is. I don't know what he's talking about, though. Destiny says to Shawnee, whoops, I'll just pop that off. That's not for us. Jim says pheasant back mushrooms are like shoe leather if cooked wrong. I don't even know what a pheasant back mushroom is. Destiny Russell says that Russell is the Duke Silver of the trombone. Good to know.
That's high
Hey,
praise.
Jim has a trombone too. He hasn't played it in at least 30 years, though. Are you starting a fire? Or are you just throwing another log on?
I am. What's it called? I am stoking the fire.
Stoking the fire.
I'm adding wood.
Nice. I'm going to see a man about a hearse, so be hilarious for about 5 minutes. Okay.
Is he still listening? Is he gone?
No, he's gone.
Trial version. So anyway, yeah. Did anybody? I may have missed it because I wasn't watching chat that closely. But does anybody know if I can just cut the feed off of my? Let me go grab it. It's in the kitchen. Can I cut the feed off of my Dutch oven? What I'd really like to do, I'm not even sure why there are feet on there, to be honest. But can I just cut those off? Because, is that rust? One of the things I'd like to do is just set this right on top of the wood stove and cook stuff on there, right? But with the feet on there, it doesn't get hot enough, right? The heat just escapes. We can never get it hot enough. So what do you guys think? Just take an angle grinder and take those off? Because that's what we want to do. I guess I'll just hold this forever. Trial version. Grind. Hey, Carol. Good to see you. Cut them off without too much of a problem. Okay. I wasn't sure if it would damage the integrity of the oven, the pot, whatever. Okay, I'm going to do it. I got an angle grinder somewhere, but I need new discs for it. I think. I only ever had one disc for it. It's kind of beaten up. Well, I guess small. They just get smaller, right? Yeah, so anyone heard any good mushroom jokes lately? Alex says, I love cooking on wood stoves. I hate cooking on wood stoves. It is impossible to get the right temperature. Unless you're just boiling past it, then it's easy. But otherwise, you're trying to cook something like eggs and it's got to be at a certain temperature. It's so difficult to get it just right so that you're not burning your eggs or that they're cooking at the right rate. So I almost never do it. I almost never cook on the wood stove. There he is. You got some cheese?
Baguette.
Really?
Baguette.
Ever make pork and beans with that cast iron clad pot? No, we've used that pot like twice.
The Dutch oven?
Yeah, I was talking about cutting the legs off of it.
Yeah. Problem with the legs is like with just a flat bottom, you can cook anywhere, right? You just stick it right in the coals, blah blah blah. I find that. Did you just flip us around?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because when you're on this side of the screen, you're closer to where my camera is. So if I'm looking at you, it looks like I'm looking at my camera.
Okay, fair enough. I was saying something incredibly interesting, but now I'm distracted. I don't remember what I was talking about.
The problem with the pot or the legs on the pot?
Oh yeah, like as soon as there are legs, you got to be careful where you put them, and it doesn't work as well. Flat bottom, stick it directly on the coals. Put more coals on top because you got the right lid. Perfect. Fabulous. And you don't have to worry about packing it and like the legs either making it not fit or knocking a leg off or whatever. Just take those legs right off.
You're making a lot of sense.
Angle grinder.
Yep.
Jerry might say Sawzall, but metal blade.
I don't think so. So David has a story to tell us.
Really?
Yeah, story from hell, apparently.
I'm trying to catch up. I feel that I've missed some stuff. Gonna rain tomorrow. How do you know? Just over the phone. Yeah. Farmer TV, did you say hi? Hi, Farmer TV.
Hi, Farmer TV. I did not.
Carol's here. How's it going, Carol? Nice to see you.
I did say hi to Carol.
Okay. Carol. Al says bye, never mind, about something, but I don't know what.
What was he saying?
I don't know. Maybe I said something ridiculous. Has anyone ever seen a psychic before? Never seen a psychic. But then thing is, they look like normal people, so I wouldn't even know. I dry the pheasant backs and grind them and add to soups, but I don't even like. What does a pheasant back look like? Like, are they big? Like, what the heck?
Pheasant back? Is that?
It's a kind of mushroom, but I know nothing about mushrooms.
Oh, Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. It seems like you had an entire conversation about the legs while I was gone.
Yep. An entire conversation.
Rusey does gardening stuff. How's it going? How's it going,
Hello,
Crucy?
Crucy.
I'm just trying to catch up with where I think you got to.
Uh-huh.
David. Oh, David Evans is here. Just checking
Yeah.
in. Have the story I have. Yeah, I can well imagine, David. I can well imagine. Nice to see you, and
I hope he's typing it for us.
I hope everything is going well. I'm not eating cheese. I'm eating a piece of baguette. David, did you get that whiskey? Oh, Shawnee beat me
Whiskey.
to it. Fair enough. That's all right.
We've muted. How's he gonna hear our awesome dialogue?
He's just gonna have to read our lips.
Doesn't he have like earbuds?
Once upon a time, there was a man named Jed. Jed. Oh, see, I started that too low. I can't hit the low note. Oh well. Never mind.
Music, man. Music.
Music.
I understood that because I play trombone.
Mm-hmm. You know the low notes. You know the high notes. You know all the notes in between. It's an important skill to have.
Yeah. Yep.
That is not funny, man.
I don't know who that is.
Um, I'm blanking on his first name, but his second name is Iglesias. He's a comedian of Latino extraction.
Okay.
He's hilarious, but he's got a bunch of pounds on me, like a lot.
I can't watch comedians. I mean,
No?
if I ever do, I do find them funny. For some reason I can't.
He's very funny. Absolutely. Why am I picking up the beer glass?
Does baguette go with whiskey?
It goes better with wine, but it's okay with the whiskey. Yeah, Gabriel. Not Gabriel. Gabriel Iglesias. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Funny dude.
Sure.
I don't watch a lot of comedians on, like, when I'm watching the YouTubes. I'm trying to sort of curate my experience a bit. So often, I have the YouTube on while I'm trying to do the dishes or whatever. You know, like I put it here right in front of me, washing dishes and watching the YouTube or whatever. And so I really try to watch like the bushcraft or homesteading or like the stuff, you know, like I'll watch your stuff at that point, Russell, or I'll watch Sean James or whatever while I'm there, because I can get away with watching stuff while I'm doing that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have my phone with me, folding laundry. I've got it right there. You know, everything. I that's when I get my watching time in, because I never have time to just sort of kick back and put a YouTube on the TV or whatever. So yeah, I don't watch a lot of comedians and stuff because I'm trying to keep up with the people who watch me or who are subs to me. Like, I'm trying to keep it a two-way street.
You can't do that.
Very hard. I fail miserably a lot.
Yeah.
Chrissy says it depends on the comedian also. Yeah, like, I'll occasionally watch a Gabriel Iglesias thing because he's hilarious, or I don't know. Not a lot of guys are popping up in my head here. Moving right along, because I don't remember any of the names. So we'll just move right the heck along. 15 minutes left of the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone has anything hilarious to say or of crucial importance, speak now. Right now.
I can see my clock on the wall.
Oh, yeah. 15 minutes to go.
14 now.
You know, what I just thought of, chowing down on this bread, probably sounding horrible on camera. I just remembered, like, it's amazing what some Twitch streamers get away with. I'm thinking about, like, Pokimane sitting there and just eating on camera and not, like, even interacting, and people are just throwing money at her. Like, what the hell? And I'm not saying anything bad about Pokimane. I think, you know, I have no problem with Pokimane. It's just, it's something that, like, on Twitch, you can really do silly stuff and still make bank.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not planning to jump over to Twitch, though. That's even more of an effed up environment than YouTube. So
yeah, if I went to Twitch and just started eating on camera, I don't think anybody would watch that.
No, because we're not 20 something, you know, walking fantasies the way Pokimane is.
Yeah.
Squeeze Me just had snow again today. Kind of a phenomenon. Yeah, you guys don't get a whole lot of snow out there. No one can drive in 1 inch of snow. Man, that's a whole different world. I don't know what Al's talking about right here.
Rubber baby bumpers. It's from The Simpsons, isn't it?
Is it? I don't. As I told you, I've only ever seen 2 episodes of The Simpsons, so I don't know.
Which 2? No, never mind. Don't answer that.
Okay. The one there, and then that other one there. Major traffic accidents all morning here on the West Coast. Yeah. I saw a couple of really wicked ones on Christmas Eve when it was really bad on the streets, and I had to drive like 45 minutes out to Oka. Show some cleavage and you can make bank. You know, it's hard not to be jaded about what it takes to make bank online, but I try very hard not to be.
Sorry, I was wrong about the Simpsons thing. It was something else.
What was it?
Oh, no, it is from me.
Destiny. Chris was here earlier, but he had to go because he's up real early in the morning. So which episode is it from, Russell?
It looks like the babysitting one.
It all makes sense. All makes kind of a crazy sense.
Well, maybe Al can tell us the context in which he said it.
Now that I've opened that blue, I don't have an unopened bottle of blue anymore.
Nope. Fine, Al.
That's all right. We don't need to know what I was talking about anyway. We're better than that.
I think
you don't need that.
Sometimes it's his Tourette's acting up.
That explains a lot. Crucy says, snow is at least waist high, if not more, on my front lawn. Yeah. Jess, weirdest thing here. I'm showing up blurry. Really? I'm just taking a look at myself on the YouTube. I don't think I'm... Hold on.
You are quite clear to me.
Yeah, me too. I don't get it. I do not get it.
It's on his end. Jess, do you carry a knife with you in the city? Good question.
In the city, no. Absolutely not. No way.
I used to carry a little pocket folder, that clips into your pocket. Surprising how much I used it when I was in IT. And a multi-tool. Oop.
There is a knife on this, so I tell a lie. But this is what I usually carry if I'm carrying anything in town.
Yeah. But it's funny because I carry my number one in town.
Do you?
Nobody even bats an eyelash in any of the towns around here. But if I go into Toronto, then it's like people look at me. But I always carry my multi-tool as well.
Yours looks a little more modern than mine. This is a Leatherman Fuse. I have no idea how long ago this was made, but they don't make these anymore, I don't think.
I had I used a Leatherman juice. Is that right? I don't know, for years and years. Yeah.
Apparently, Last Action Hero.
It's been a while since I've seen crappy movies. Sorry, Al.
Question for Russell: why did you pick laminate flooring rather than the rubber stuff?
What rubber stuff would you be talking about? Squeeze me. Like what could he be talking about?
The rubber bubber baby bouncing, obviously.
No, I don't think so. You must be talking about something else. I don't know. What are my choices? Hardwood
or rubber stuff. Just King carries a little 1-inch blade knife as a tool. Can't do without it. Yeah, it's good to have a little blade with you, like opening boxes or all kinds of stuff. Man on the Street carries his number 1911, which is dangerously close to what we don't talk about on this channel. Also, I do not carry one of those. Fox, it's Leatherman. Stopped making that thing back in the 90s. I don't know when they stopped making the Fuse. I seem to remember them not making it anymore. And it really looks like a historical Leatherman at this point. I like having the old sort of discontinued stuff, though. Really? Loose lay rubber plank flooring. Looks like the real deal. Huh.
I can't even imagine. Does it feel like rubber?
Probably better to drop a plate on that than on like laminate or whatever. Our kitchen floor is tile, okay? You want to know what you don't want for your kitchen floor? If you want to keep your dishes or your glasses, tile.
Yeah.
Anything is better than tile. Anything. We've gone through so much stuff. I mean, in terms of dishes, it's hilarious and expensive.
Yep.
Shawnee says rubber doesn't sound good in a household with dog claws. Good point.
I've never heard of it, so I can neither comment nor not comment. Wait, is that right? Can't comment.
Yeah, don't comment. It's always best to not comment.
I was gonna say I can neither comment or I didn't know how to finish the sentence.
Or you can not comment.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, easy choice.
No, I can neither comment or not comment means I have to comment.
That's tough, Russell. I just don't know how to help you with that one.
That's it. I'm done.
I just don't know. I don't know. Grace has her GI. Oh, come on, man, show up. GI issued Leatherman from the late 80s. I'd like to see that. Those old tools. I like that.
Nice.
Finish the beer. Finish the whiskey.
I think
Still got tea?
I think the reason I ended up giving up with my Leatherman juice is that the things weren't going together as well anymore. Like I'm not sure what that's called, but
The
you know,
jaws.
you could do this, the jaws, and you could still see space between them. So
Yeah,
like
it's sort of starting to give up the ghost. Yeah. I wonder if mine are doing that. Never even thought to look. No, pretty
yeah,
good.
it's like if you can't, like I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, you need to be able to grip paper.
Very important.
That's it's an important skill for.
Or a sliver.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I was
Mm-hmm.
about to start, diving deep into ridiculing you, but no, that's actually a really good point.
I should have let you go for a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Um, uh, There, Shawnee says, I found carrying a flashlight in my lifestyle has been helpful. Yeah, it's good to have a little flashlight.
Yeah,
I used to have a tiny little O light or something. O
yeah.
light?
The one I'm carrying now is like perfect. It's in the pocket of my pants, of all
Which are
places.
sitting next to you rather than on you, which is,
Oh shit! Where is it?
uh-oh,
It must have fallen out.
it gone.
Son of a bee
Son of
sting.
a gun.
Oh, there it is. I found it. I've showed this before, I think.
Yeah,
Nice
that's a
little.
good size.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's wee, shines a light. Has a little clip on it in case you want to clip it to something.
Important to have a clip.
How does this work? I've never used the clip.
Styling and profiling in one
I should.
beautiful
There
package.
we go.
There it is. Look at that. That's what a flashlight's meant for.
I'm ready for the wilderness.
Shawnee, look at that. That's what you gotta work that magic, okay?
Here, right here, Shani. This is where you want to look. Right here. In case she doesn't know where the light is.
Little
It's right here.
focal point action there. Little focal point. Squeeze Me is going a little crazy. Loves the all-in-one tools. Lol. Tools. Haha. Kidding. I don't know what's going on. Squeeze Me. Okay, 2 more minutes. Russell, say something hilarious.
I want to hear Dave's story, actually.
Yeah, I do too. But I don't think
Looks
he's
like he
got
took
time to
off.
tell us. What'll probably happen is, oh, Cliff has about 4 of that exact same light. Excuse me, is asking if anyone's had like those lamps where you do this. No, I didn't know anyone actually had those. Like, I only know about those because of like a late night advertising. What are those late night adverts called? Infomercials, and like
Mm-hmm.
um, sitcoms, right? Where the punchline is at the end of the show is good night, and the lights go out. So I didn't know anyone actually had those. I mean, nowadays it's Alexa, turn out the lights. Like, I wonder if
Yeah.
that is going to be like. I wonder if that's a harbinger of like a fully connected life in the future, or if that's going to end up being our generation's clap on, clap off. Shawnee wears
I don't
ice
know.
fishing bibs every day. Oh, they have padded knees. I'm always down helping kids. I just found a built-in towel in a pocket I didn't know I had. Okay. Wow, Cliff has like 30 to 40 O lights and 6 within reach. Why do you have that many flashlights, dude?
Yeah, you got a problem. You got a flashlight problem.
You live in a world of darkness? You're trying to shine a light? This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine.
I have 3, but only because they were sent to me.
I have
I
2.
wouldn't buy one.
I have 2. I have, 2,900 subs, so nobody sends me anything.
I have that big blue one that I shine on the.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. Just trying to point. point at something over my shoulder isn't the easiest thing
No.
while
Disco
looking in the
ball.
monitor.
Yeah.
Why isn't that not?
There we goes. Doesn't work as well as the other one, though.
No, it's not pointing in the right direction.
Hmm.
Or maybe it just needs to be closer.
All right, people, it is 11 o'clock, and I got work in the morning, and Russell is shining his little light on the disco ball. Cliff is a flashlightaholic, Grace. You're absolutely right. So, to the 25 people who are here, thank you. By the way, how many thumbs ups did I get? If you haven't done that yet, on the way out, I invite you to slap that smiley thumb or the frowny thumb if you kind of hate what we're doing here tonight. However, between now and next week, whichever night I'm on, Tuesday or Wednesday, again, I will put a post up in the community page, page, right? If I'm not doing Wednesday, like if I'm doing Tuesday, I'll put a note up. If there's no note, expect Wednesday. So between now and next week, everybody, and I do mean everybody, even Russell and Al, just upvote so that I don't have to punch a kitten. On a more serious note, what I meant to say is between now and next week, please, everybody, stay sane, stay safe, stay healthy, and be kind to one another.
And pea soup.
Peace.